Have you ever thought about this? Flies are everywhere in summer, so where do they go in winter? When the weather gets cold, they suddenly disappear. You don't see them on the streets, inside your home, or on your windows. Most of us assume the reason is simple. It gets cold and the flies die. But the truth isn't that simple. Most flies don't die during winter. They hide. Scientists call this process diapause. Diapause means flies temporarily slow their bodies down. Their metabolism drops dramatically. They stop moving, stop feeding, and reduce their energy use to the minimum. Their heart rate slows, but it doesn't stop completely. They're still alive, they're just in standby mode, almost like being mummified. During this process, their bodies produce special proteins that prevent their cells from freezing. Some species even create a natural antifreeze. This allows them to survive temperatures below zero. So where do flies hide all winter? Usually inside wall cracks, basements, attics, door and window frames, behind cabinets, inside plumbing spaces, wood piles, and under tree bark. Warm spaces inside buildings are especially attractive to them. Areas near electrical outlets, heating systems, or pipes become safe shelters. So there's a good chance that right now a few flies are overwintering in the same building you're in. Some larvae you never notice may also still be alive. And please don't wake them up. At this point, I should admit something. Personally, I hate flies during summer, but in winter, I kind of miss them. Then I think about it again. Actually, I don't really miss them at all, but you still notice their absence. Now let's get to the more interesting part. Mosquitoes. Male mosquitoes don't survive winter. They die in autumn. Only female mosquitoes make it through the cold months. These females are sometimes called mosquito queens. They spend winter alone, hidden somewhere safe. When spring arrives, they wake up, lay their eggs, and within just a few weeks, hundreds of new mosquitoes appear. A single female mosquito can lay thousands of eggs during her lifetime. That's why mosquito populations seem to explode suddenly in summer. It feels like they come out of nowhere. But they don't. They were already here, just waiting. Some fly species don't overwinter as adults at all. Instead, they survive as eggs. These eggs are resistant to freezing and can remain in soil, standing water, or damp surfaces for months. When temperatures rise, they hatch almost simultaneously, releasing larvae. This is why even on the first warm days of spring, flies start appearing. So why doesn't cold completely eliminate flies? Actually, it does, partially. Flies that fail to find shelter usually freeze and die. Only the ones that hide successfully survive. Nature performs a simple selection process. Those that find shelter live, and those that don't die. Because this happens every year, flies gradually become more resilient. Without realizing it, we're witnessing natural selection in action. Another important detail, flies are affected more by sudden temperature changes than by cold itself. If temperatures drop slowly, they can adapt, but sudden cold waves catch them unprepared. That's why some years have fewer flies, while others experience massive increases. Cities also help flies survive. Concrete and buildings retain heat, making urban areas several degrees warmer than rural environments, giving flies an extra advantage. So, in conclusion, flies don't disappear in winter. They sleep, they hide, and they wait for the right moment. That's why every summer we ask, where did all these flies come from? They were already here, just out of sight. Now you know the answer. And if someone asks how you learned this, don't forget to say, I heard it from Mr. Reco.